Every pet hamster you've ever seen carries a disturbing secret. Ancient DNA just revealed the truth, and it changes everything. What if every hamster on Earth came from one family? In 1930, a scientist made a discovery in Syria. He found a mother and her pups in a desert burrow. Those few animals became every pet hamster alive today. The genetic bottleneck is so extreme it shouldn't be possible. The genetic bottleneck is so extreme it shouldn't be possible. Scientists extracted DNA from the oldest samples they could find. The results showed a population explosion from almost nothing. Professor Israel Aharoni captured them for a breeding experiment. Wild Syrian hamsters are fast, aggressive, and incredibly rare. When geneticists sequenced their DNA, they found something shocking. Today's pet hamsters have almost no genetic diversity left. The scientists couldn't believe what the data was showing them. Hamsters evolved millions of years ago in the Middle East. Mother hamsters will kill to protect their young from predators. Only 4 hamsters from that original family actually survived breeding. Walk into any pet store and they're all genetic clones. The ancient Syrian desert holds the only true hamster homeland. Modern hamsters are more inbred than any other domesticated animal. Wild hamsters are solitary, territorial, and will fight to death. Yet somehow they became the world's most popular small pet. Ancient DNA doesn't lie about where they really came from. This is the truth we never knew about hamsters. Wild hamsters dig burrow systems over 6 feet deep underground. The 1930 expedition almost failed to find any at all. Hamsters can stuff incredible amounts of food into cheek pouches. They hoard obsessively, storing food for survival in harsh deserts. Early breeders tracked every single hamster born in captivity. The first pups were born blind, hairless, and completely helpless. In the Syrian desert, wild hamsters face extinction every day. Scientists can literally see the bottleneck in their DNA structure. Those first captive hamsters lived in a simple wooden cage. Predators hunt hamsters relentlessly in the wild every single night. The exact location in Syria is now a conflict zone. The genetic family tree shows one surviving branch and nothing else. Most pet hamsters live safe, comfortable lives in human homes. Modern genetics labs still study hamsters for this extreme inbreeding. Wild hamsters are aggressive fighters, domestic ones are docile and calm. Ancient hamster fossils prove they've existed for millions of years. Wild hamsters dig frantically, constantly expanding their underground networks. Every hamster genome tells the exact same genetic bottleneck story. Newspapers barely noticed the discovery that would change pet history. Mother hamsters can have litters of up to 12 pups. From 1930 to now, billions descended from one family. In the wild, hamsters face snakes, foxes, and birds daily. Pet stores worldwide sell genetically identical animals without knowing it. Hamsters have less genetic diversity than endangered species facing extinction. One family conquered the entire world through human breeding programs. Syrian farmland expansion is destroying the last wild hamster habitats. Breeders recorded every generation, never realizing what they'd created. Mother hamsters will carry their babies through extreme danger zones. Domestic hamsters run on wheels going absolutely nowhere for hours. DNA mutations accumulate faster in populations with no genetic diversity. The scientists' journal documented the moment everything changed for hamsters. Wild hamsters hoard enough food to survive months without leaving burrows. The wild Syrian hamster is now critically endangered in nature. Baby hamsters open their eyes around 2 weeks after birth. From one Syrian burrow, hamsters spread to every continent on Earth. Wild males fight viciously over territory, sometimes to the death. Modern labs use hamsters to study extreme genetic bottleneck effects. Wild burrows are complex systems. Pet cages are tiny plastic boxes. Desert storms can wipe out entire hamster populations in minutes. Scientists warn the inbreeding coefficient is in the critical danger zone. For millions of children, hamsters are their very first pet. At night, wild hamsters emerge to hunt and gather food. Laboratory breeding programs created millions from that single captured family. Ancient ancestors of hamsters were much larger than today's species. Escaped pet hamsters rarely survive because they've lost wild instincts. The hamster evolutionary timeline stretches back millions of years. This small Syrian village had no idea what was taken. Mother hamsters teach their pups survival skills in the wild. Population graphs show explosive growth from almost zero genetic diversity. Those cheek pouches can expand to nearly double their head size. Abandoned burrows collapse back into the desert sand and vanish. Under microscopes, hamster DNA samples look nearly identical to each other. Pet hamsters spend hours grooming themselves to stay clean. They are essentially genetic clones living in millions of separate homes. The first hamsters exported from Syria traveled in wooden shipping crates. Wild hamsters can die from heat stroke in extreme desert temperatures. The pet industry built an empire on one family's descendants. Damaged chromosomes reveal the cost of extreme inbreeding over generations. That moment of discovery creates bonds between children and hamsters forever. Wild hamsters mark territory with scent glands constantly and aggressively. Breeding schedules were carefully planned to maximize population growth quickly. The Syrian landscape remains unchanged while the hamsters nearly vanished. Each generation loses more genetic diversity that can never be recovered. Hamsters run on wheels because they need to cover territory instinctively. Wild hamsters raid agricultural fields, making them pests to farmers. The DNA test results showed critically low diversity in red text. Generation after generation, all descended from that one captured mother. Conservation efforts struggle to protect the last wild Syrian hamsters. Laboratory tests prove hamsters are far more intelligent than people think. Wild hamsters still survive in small pockets of the Syrian desert. Entire books teach people how to care for these inbred animals. Every single genetic line traces back to one point of origin. Pet hamsters live in cages, never knowing what freedom feels like. Syrian hamsters are one species, but many other hamster types exist. That 1930 discovery became one of history's most successful breeding programs. Hamsters play crucial roles in desert ecosystems as both predator and prey. Modern homes contain thousands of descendants from one Syrian family. Genetic errors multiply when the same DNA gets copied over and over. Most pet hamsters live only 2 to 3 years maximum. Wild hamster fights are brutal, bloody, and almost never witnessed by humans. Every hamster birth was recorded, creating the most detailed breeding records ever. Syrian wildlife protection laws came too late to save wild populations. That simple act of trust took thousands of years to evolve. The bottleneck squeezed an entire species through 4 surviving animals. Export permits from the 1930s changed the pet industry forever. Wild burrow systems include separate chambers for sleeping, storage, and waste. Scientists present hamsters as the ultimate case study in genetic bottlenecks. The endangered species list now includes the animal that conquered pet stores. Against all genetic odds, pet hamsters continue to survive and thrive. Ancient DNA extraction revealed the full shocking truth about their origins. Next time you see a hamster, remember this incredible story. Wild Syrian hamsters fight for survival in their ancient desert home. Their DNA carries the complete evidence of this extraordinary journey. From one family in 1930 to billions today worldwide, the origins of hamsters were never what we thought.